bum, 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 bum. In the land of Oz, where the wizard went to pause, or something like that, right? Do 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 do. I think everything sounds good. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Um, are we live? We are live, right? We are live. I'm pretty sure we are live. I gotta check. Gotta go on my channel real quick. I gotta go on my channel. Let's see. Live. There we go. All right. All right. I don't understand how I don't see certain things. I don't understand why. Right? Like, why does this not pop up here? I don't understand. Okay. Right. We're gonna do this. We're gonna tweet it out. We're gonna tweet it out. We're gonna look at the markets because they're potentially a shift in momentum, which would actually really surprise me. Um, yeah, it really surprised me. Really, there's no like, can I not? Is there no share link? Share, copy. Yeah, there we go. Boom. All right, we click here. We click here, and then we go to the live stream. My hair is a little messy. Everything's a little messy, but that is okay. That is okay. That is okay, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Boom. I just don't understand why I don't see any properties. Nope. Not that. I don't understand why I don't see certain things on my preview scaling. No. Boom, 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 boom. All right, that's fine. I think this should work right over here. This should work. All right. So markets are potentially breaking out. Markets are potentially breaking out. This is Bitcoin, right? We can see Bitcoin. We have been generating lower highs consistently on the 4 hour. We can see consistent lower highs in terms of closes. Now, for the first time, we do have, I mean, technically yesterday, but we do have a great chance that we could possibly form some type of higher high in terms of candle closes, which would indicate most likely a, breakout to the upside, which I would be very surprised. um I'd be very surprised if things um if things would break out to the upside, because usually historically, right, historically, when we have a type of, change in momentum, we usually expect some type of liquidity sweep. So if we go here, right, we can see that when we go to the 91 days, boom, it's 91 days, correct? It's 91 days, but then the next week it sweeps, right? It literally sweeps this high, and then it slams. So yeah, it slams. So um and it's the same exact thing that played out over here at 91 days slam, or 91 days weekly candle gets formed, and then guess what? We take out the bottoms on the Monday, right? We take out the bottoms on the Monday, we kind of consolidate for the Tuesday, Wednesday, already a change of structure. Even last time, before we pumped up higher, we swept the last, some of the last weekly candles, some like the last daily one here. So it would really surprise me if this is it, right? Like if this is the change of momentum, it would really surprise me. Oops, I accidentally put, I always forget that puts 2 indicators instead of just 1. So yeah, we could see that. The only thing, I need to change something real quick. I don't understand why this is very annoying, because happened this last time it was fine. Is it docs? YouTube live control panel. Is it really gonna make me sign in? I literally just signed in last time. Okay. View docs, multiple layout. What is this? Oh, this is okay. So this is to start multiple streams, docs, stats. Ooh, let's see this. See this? Okay, so just to see how. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I think I got it, because I could be, then I'll be able to see the chat. Haha, chat. What, Jupiter? You want me to look at Jupiter? I don't mind talking about Jupiter. Let's see. Can I not? Thank you. Thank you. This is so scuffed. This is so scuffed, but that's okay, because we're going to be getting better. The first couple days might not be perfect, but then eventually we will be slamming it. So what we're looking right now is actually for the next 15 minutes. For the next 15 minutes, we are looking to see how this closes, right? How this closes. Now, personally, I still want it to go down, because I am actually in a trade. I am taking a short position somewhere over here, which, like, I am going into global liquidity just because I expected a weekly sweep, and we can see that I had somewhere, it was like roughly 8,000 more. So something like this, and I expected the weekly sweep. So this is what I'm aiming for, right? This is what I'm aiming for, to see if I could hit a 1 to 2.5, which would be very nice. If it doesn't hit, that is, obviously, that's okay. That is okay. The reason why I say it's actually okay is because I did have a trade last night, right? Last night, I took a short somewhere over here. Almost actually got wrecked. I actually got really like lucky in a way. Lucky, but it's also calculated, because I was just in case this high was going to get swept. I made sure to have some breathing room. And even if technically this high got swept a little bit, I had like just a little bit of breathing room. So we hit this overnight, because it was literally like this. It was pretty much a 1 to 2. Yes, so even if we do lose now, then we're still going to be up 0.5% for the week, because I have been playing around. I have been actually playing around with trying to do like these next little like micro moves, which they just have been burning and chipping at me very slowly, right? Very slowly. They have been actually chipping away, which is not ideal, of course. You don't want, you don't want to chip away, because I'm like, 0.15% here, 0.15% there. But then all those 0.15% actually add up eventually to like 0.5%. So, even if we do lose this trade, it doesn't really affect me. We'll still be up 0.5% on, we'll still be up 0.5%. So yeah, we'll see. So we have to see how the candle closes at 8 o'clock to really know if this is the breakout, right? If this is going to be the breakout, like I said, I am going to be surprised. Like bigger picture, I'm not surprised we're going up, right? Bigger picture, I'm not surprised we're going up. But for the short term, I'll be genuinely surprised if this weekly candle, right, which ended over here, did not get swept. Because once again, historically, every time the liquidity shifts, right? Every time the liquidity shifts, we actually do sweep. We sweep, right? We sweep, it goes down. We sweep, right? We have this, it sweeps over here, and then it reverses. So, I'll be really surprised, especially that when we look at the weekly candles, even the current one we're at right now, there are literally 4 liquidity points, right? There are 4 liquidity points right here. And it's going to be one of those things where it's like, well, if the market never really plans on coming back to this price, I would have expected at least for last week's candle to get swept, right? I really genuinely would have. I genuinely would have expected that. So yeah, we are going to cover Turbo in just a second. We're going to cover some other coins too. We are going to cover some other coins too. So do not worry about that. But we can see, right? The dailies have been looking and trying to march. Now, I won't lie to you. There's still a couple hours for this daily to close. However, like I said, if the 4-hour candle does end up weak, like a doji type candle, or sorry, if the 4-hour does end up weak, right, and does not really close above this high over here, then I actually would expect that liquidity sweep to happen, right? I would expect that liquidity sweep to happen. ABT, okay, we'll cover ABT too. Wait, bro, the project Jupe, ABT, we'll cover ABT too. But yeah, right now we're just looking for any confirmations, because here's the deal, right? This is like not the most convincing buy candle. I'm not going to be honest, right? I'm sorry, I am going to be honest, but it does not look like the most convincing buy candle. And if it does flip at the end of the day, where it's actually a sell candle, like it flips, then that's technically going to be a doji candle. And dojis are always like reversals. So yeah. Quant. Did I ever cover Quant? I mean, I don't really know. We'll look over the technical analysis real quick. But yeah, any reversals on your coins, it would only happen like when Bitcoin, starts pumping. So the analysis for most of these coins are going to be the same. We could just indicate some type of buy zones or what I expect from some of these projects in the near future. But yeah, but anyways, so yeah, the next 40 minutes is fairly important for Bitcoin. So let's go to Turbo for a second. I'm not gonna, go super in depth like the way I do in my videos, but we can see that overall, we have been just kind of ranging, right? We have been ranging. Now for Turbo, right? Turbo, we did break structure, but once again, I want to really see if we can close above this 4-hour candle. Okay, so take away the wicks, right? For me, the closing is more important. If it closes above, good indication. Even though technically, yes, we are creating higher lows on Turbo, right? Higher lows on Turbo, which could very well, which it does usually indicate, okay, we are going to the upside. At the end of the day, we need to see this break over here. We need to see this break. I overall am super stoked for Turbo and its progress, right? Remember, we did call out Turbo buys, literally below here. So in the event where we, for some reason, do not really, if we do not really like go up too much, or sorry, go down too much, like let's say hypothetically we just kind of start going up right now, this dollar cost average buys, would have been amazing, right? We talked about this area here, and then we talked about, the 0.005 area as the first point. And once again, guys, the way I personally do it's like if I put $100 here in this zone, then I'm going to put like 150, 175 here, depending on how aggressive I actually want to be, right? Depending on how aggressive I want to be for the certain coin. But usually I do kind of increase the amount I put in the lower a project goes. Obviously, giving certain context, like we know based off liquidity, the global liquidity index, like we're going to be expecting pumps very soon with Bitcoin, right? Like we really are. There's going to be a video at even 8 p.m. Actually, no, 8 p.m. was more about the mindset. But yeah, we talked about it in the previous video where, I expect Bitcoin to do well, and it could possibly be at 122,000 in just a week to two, right? A week to two from now, Bitcoin could be at 122,000, more or less. So when, things, I know the trend, right? Even when things went down, when Bitcoin and everything went down and people were panicking, at the end of the day, I was just like, yo, guys, listen, this is a higher time frame pullback, right? We had these bottoms, we had these tops. Even if we created bottom somewhere here, it's still technically higher than this. And we just spent 7.5 months consolidating there. We just broke up. News is super bullish. I expected a higher high, right? Because this high, these highs over here are higher than this, right? And now, I expect, boom, do whatever, and then just continue to the upside. Especially that global liquidity does back it up, right? Global liquidity is suggesting that we will be pumping. So yeah. Uh nothing. Any listen, any but what makes you think we should be at 3 cents? Because listen, I for all I care, we could be at $1. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody would complain. But you know, when people make claims of when coins should be at certain prices, like what makes you say that? And I ain't disagreeing with you, because if it was already at 3 cents, if Turbo was at 3 cents, let me tell you, altcoin season means it would probably go to like $1. I'm not even joking. Um, but yeah, no, any shorts are very dangerous. Like even right now, me shorting uh this position over here, right? For my Bitcoin trade, because I expected a liquidity sweep for the weekly candles to get swept, which is like something like this, somewhere like it was something like this. It was like this type. I gave it extra space on purpose, right? But it was practically like a 1 to 2, 1 to 2.5. This is already dangerous. This is already kind of going against potential trends. But since I did win overnight, right? Because I took a sell here, I cashed out here. I'm kind of risking some profits I made from actual trading, like from trading. So, because we are still kind of ranging. We still don't have the confirmations yet. Like I said, it is dangerous. Overall, I would say be patient with the trades. If you are going to take any trades, be patient. And I would personally be looking for buys. Like in general, buys are the play. Like where global liquidity is at, where things are going to be in just a few weeks. There's no point of trying to go against the trend, right? Like I said, I'm contradicting myself a little bit, but given the context, I took the risk, right? I took the risk because historically we usually sweep some type of candles and then really go up. But yeah, let's check Zebec out, and then let's check out some other coins. All right, once again, we called this out in the Discord very, very cheap. Literally, it was like such premium price because I knew this coin is going to explode. I did a lot of research around this project, and I was like, hell yeah. So we bought somewhere literally down here, right? I personally cashed out most of my positions for roughly 3.5 times. So somewhere over here, right? Not the exact highs, but it doesn't really matter because even though I could have made a little bit more in terms of a percentage, I actually invested in coins cheaper than they are now. Like Ondo, I literally got in, at like just below 79 cents. Because I saw it live in the moment. I'm like, I'm doing this. I am doing this. Right? Even actually like altcoins right now, 3 days. If you compare the last big sell candle to the next 3 daily buy candles, like altcoins in general look fairly weak, which is why I still think there's going to be one more sweep. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I lose that 1% in trading, it is what it is. I'm still up for the week, and my crypto is just ready to pump. Like my crypto is ready to pump, right? And at the day, like the crypto is what matters for me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know everyone's a little like nervous. There's a lot of anticipation. Even though data suggests there will be an altcoin season, data suggests your coin will do well, especially if you just hold like a decently good coin with decent good narrative at the bare minimum, right? It should suggest that you will make some type of money. But I know there's always that human factor where it's just like, oh man, I don't know. Like you just kind of want to get to the finish line, but we are closer to the finish line for altcoin season. Like we really, really are. I promise you guys, we are much, much closer. I'm telling you, once Bitcoin dominance does finally go into the zone, most likely, and break, things are going to look really, really, really damn good. Really, really good. So yeah, in event if we do actually start breaking below, and if like let's say altcoin season came early, I don't think anyone would complain either. Hello, good to catch you live. Thank you. I turbo for me is still Ali turbo for me is still going to go down a little bit. I overall think there's still going to be one more fake out. if I am wrong, we did call out the last like relevant lowest point of dollar cost averaging. So if people, you know, wanted to take that idea, even though it's not financial advice, as their own, sweaty boy, nah, you know what? It's not sweat. It's I just put too much. My skin was a little dry because I didn't drink that much water today, and I put too much like Vaseline. I put too much. I usually just put like a little bit, like just a tiny bit, if my face is dry. But I put way too much, and I said I don't care. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Quant. Now I will say I don't keep up with this project like, at all. Like I think I made like one video. Um, wait, actually I actually have a Fibonacci somewhere here. I actually can see there's my Fibonacci tool. I have a Fibonacci somewhere. There we go. Haha. So we're gonna look at this, right? We're gonna go based off, you know, technical analysis. I don't really keep up with this project too much. Um, we could look at some other factors as well. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. So let's see what was marked up. This is extremely like high. Boom. Okay. What did I have marked up? Ah, okay. Okay. Okay, I remember this. We gotta reverse this. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I think I was talking about the 0.88 when I made the video. Like a long time ago. Like a very, very long time ago, I was talking about the 0.88, which I mean, if you get in at an 88% discount, I mean, it's still a very good buy. Like even if we just went to all-time highs, you're making, you know, more than 5 times the amount. Sure, you could have always technically got it for cheaper, but remember on the reverse side, you can always technically sell for more, right? So you don't want to be like too greedy when it comes to, you know, or nitpicky when it comes to buying and selling. Like I said, altcoins right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just waiting to see. I'm waiting to see how Bitcoin holds. Now, just based off certain structure. Oh, let's see. Let's actually take a deep dive analysis. A deep dive analysis. So we are okay. So the good thing on the higher time frame, we are already creating higher lows, right? So you always want to see this because this actually does dictate the trend. A lot of people do not pay attention to the candle closes, which is why they get wrecked. Because usually those are the details, right? Those are the details. So we can see. So we are creating a higher low on the monthly. So already good. Now we haven't created a higher high on the monthly yet, but I do believe the time is coming, right? I do believe the time is coming because what you can notice as of right now, the tops, they're closing in, right? The tops are closing in, but the bottom is going up. So we are kind of just ready to kind of explode, right? Kind of explode. Cat with mask. I talked about it. I actually talk about it at the new video. I don't know any like research. I don't know who's behind the project. I don't know. This could be a banger, right? I talk about it in the video where it could possibly be a banger, but it could also be a flop. I don't really keep up with like these next fresh meme coins. Like we called Zebec network in the group because I knew based off technical analysis and the project itself, it was extremely undervalued, right? It was extremely undervalued. Yeah, we'll look at Jupiter right after this. We'll cover each coin for about like 2 to 3 minutes. We'll be live for another probably 35 minutes or so. But yeah, for quantum, we can see, right? We are slowly making our way up and down, which means we're going to explode. And for me, we are going to explode to the upside because I mean, global liquidity, Bitcoin, altcoin season is getting closer. So yeah, but when quantum does explode, expect this thing to do well. It really should do well. You know, just even based off technical analysis, the two areas I would be mainly looking for. I mean, this is literally a double top right here. This is literally a double top. This is a trap. So institutions, what they do is they create very, very similar tops just so in the future they could pump it up easier. So at like bare minimum, complete poo. If it did complete poo, it should go over 225 bucks. But I would expect this coin to do decently well. Now, like I said, I don't know the market cap or anything. In fact, even just in terms of the actual coin itself, I did kind of forget the purpose of this coin. Because like I said, I've only like looked at this coin that one time, and then I kind of forgot about it. But I'm pretty sure it was like some kind of like AI coin, which obviously the narrative itself. Okay, it's at 1.29 billion market cap. I'm pretty sure this was one of those coins. I don't know if I put in the 35 to 45 billion market cap zone, but a 10x is more than like a 10x should be more than doable this cycle, just even based off market cap alone, and just from the like the little details I do remember about this coin. This coin should do well. Now, if anything changed big, about this coin, like some founder, some anything, I'm just gonna tell you right away, I do not know if that happened because I do not keep up with this coin. But from what I did know about this coin, the market cap, right? A 10x, like $1,000, should be getting hit with this token. Remember that the price is an illusion. It's all about market cap, right? Some people might think, oh, well, this coin is like a penny. Why can't they just hit $1? Because there's like a billion of those coins. That's why, or there's there's like a trillion of those coins. That's why it can't hit $1, right? So just remember the price is an illusion. But yeah, we could see max supply is, so a lot of this already circulating, which is what you want to see. Bullish sentiment 84%, which is pretty good. And yeah, we'll look at Jupiter. Now Jupiter did have some issues. Wait, not what is this? What the hell is this? Jup USD. I gotta look for the crypto one. Is there not? Maybe this? Dude, what? There's no way Jupiter got listed just on TradingView recently, right? There's no way. Oh dear God. I could have sworn I did Jupiter videos before and they were literally fine. So maybe it was T though. Let's see. Maybe I did it on Deck Screener. I could have sworn on God, which I don't really like. Yeah, not literally on God, but I could have sworn there was more data. Okay, well I'm gonna look on Deck Screener. I'm gonna put it up. So we're gonna cover Jupiter in just a second. I do think it's one of those. It's a decent. I do think it's a project worth holding unless something very big happened that I don't know of. Because like I said, I only really keep up with the news for the coins I hold, for what the community members are looking for. Okay, so we can see, right? We could see, boom. We could see, boom, right? Okay. It was in hell. I would just say that right away. It was in hell because we did drop like below the lowest point, but we've made a recovery. And in fact, hell became our new floor. Okay. See, now I'm going to be, when I do these technical analysis, especially on stream, I'm going to give you guys general areas, right? If you're looking to leverage trade, you really have to like look at the minor details, but we're not going to go over all the minor details for every single coin. We are consistently trending up. Jupiter, been liking your comment, thank you. Round trip, my profit in 2024 by just buying and holding, looking to be more prepared and ready. Yes, that's preparation is key for taking profits. Okay, altcoin season's peak is like 4 weeks, man. Like for your coin is gonna be 4 weeks. The whole thing is about like 6 weeks, 6 to like 8 weeks max. But your coin specifically is always going to be around 4 weeks pumping. I mean, even if it has like that little higher high, you don't want to take that risk because that's never promised for your coin. That's never promised. Usually, if anything, it's going to be like we have a high of a coin, right? Like your coin goes to whatever, then it might go down. Then we might have like another pump, but it's going to be like a lower high and then it's going to sell off, right? So you never really want to take the risk when you see there's certain indications that are like, hey, like we should really be taking it out. When the data is in front of you saying this to practically cash out, then you really, really should. Now, Jupiter, right? See, here's the thing with most coins. We are creating higher highs, higher lows, right? But it's just the 3 daily candles, like right here, are just so weak on so many altcoins. They're so weak that it just makes me think that there's going to be hold on, I'll look at